Hey guys, it's Raven Scry. Today I want to talk about something that keeps coming up in my sessions again. It's interesting because I've done quite a few sessions and this same topic comes in, and the topic is Tether and whether it's safe to be in Tether at this time or not. And it came up quite strongly a couple of weeks ago, and I tuned into Spirit and said, is this something I need to speak to right now? They said not yet, but soon. So I left it for a couple of weeks, but it keeps kind of coming back to me, the topic of Tether. So I'm just going to connect to Spirit and just ask them anything that we need to know about Tether. So as I invite Spirit close now to speak about Tether, they're saying you don't need to worry about Tether at this stage. They're saying somebody slipped up, but they're continuing to work with and shape the maneuvers within the law. They say legally Tether is not at fault, but it's a fine line that could turn ugly quickly. Now, Spirit talks about exclusions from the law. It feels like the people higher up who are dealing with Tether and the law and everything involved here are in some way on Tether's side at this stage. But they're saying it's not decided yet how far they want to push Tether. But they do say that Tether is well protected at this stage, and it's almost like I'm seeing layers of protection to something, so it would be very hard to break through those layers, is the way that Spirit shows it to me. Now, I ask, how's Tether moving through 2021? And I get a very messy situation. I get a very messy feeling. It doesn't feel clear. There's not clarity here. And I hear democracy is an issue here in more ways than one. And I say, well, in what ways? And they're talking about the freedom of the people. And I'm being shown now an image. This could be metaphorical or it could be quite literal. But they're showing me an image of people being tied up and gagged, essentially. And as I connect to this image further and ask, like, help me to understand what this is, I'm being shown them, like, locking people up. It's like people are being put in jail. And they're talking about maintaining order in some way. Democracy in the state of Louisiana is also what I'm hearing. It feels like a very large and messy situation in the way that this is coming through. And I say, well, do people need to be concerned with Tether? And I'm hearing yes, I'm hearing the dividend market, and I'm hearing it being connected to markets going down in some way. I feel a sense of the stock market, possibly crypto. It's like this reference to markets. They're not being overly specific, but they're just talking about markets going down. They're talking about, they're actually talking about Michael Saylor, and I hear pull out too rough, and talking about a loan backed by Tether in some connection with Michael Saylor. I'm also hearing a reference to September being significant. Now I ask Spirit, is Tether backed dollar for dollar? And they're telling me no, it's not, but it's not the issue. The issue is more about legalities and legislation over coming times. So many rules and regulations, red tape is what I'm hearing. So overall, the feeling that Spirit gives is that Tether is okay for now, but it's messy. Feels very messy. So I feel as though it would be safer to keep your funds in something like USDC instead. And I ask Spirit what they feel about that. They support that. It feels more stable, more solid. And it's interesting because the way that I feel it as I connect to USDT, to Tether, I connect to its energy. It's very light and movable. And I want to say, I feel as though there's more room for it to be able to be controlled from higher forces in the way it comes through. It's almost like it could act as a player in some larger event. And in my logical mind, I know that Tether is huge, but beyond logic, it's connected to kind of higher forces that could use it to manipulate with in the way its energy comes through. But as I feel into and connect with USDC, on the other hand, it feels more solid, feels more grounded. It has more of an earthy resonance, and it feels less likely to be able to be used as a tool to be abused in the way the energy feels to me. It feels safer and more protected. So with all that said, I hope you've got something out of this video. I kept kind of going to make this video, then pulling back, then going, then pulling back. So I kind of had this dance going on with it. And I feel it's the nature of the situation with Tether as well. It's messy, so it comes through like that. And it's not easy to bring through the clarity of reading in that way that I like to. But I did the best that I can with the information that Spirit gave. So if you're liking these videos, please smash the like and subscribe. It would mean a real lot to support the channel and everything that I do here. And if you feel to share these videos, please do so. Also, quantum sessions are still open, and so are readings currently. So if you'd like one, please go to the About page and read about what I'm offering and contact me from there. Okay guys, take care. Raven Scry signing off.